Good evening to all the esteemed jury members. I take the privilege to participate in EBTTD 2020. Myself, Ochishman Bakshi, a student of BTech 4th year of Metallurgical and Materials Engineering Department of NIT Jamshedpur. I am going to present the topic Structural Characterization of Deformed Crystals using Common Atomic Neighborhood Analysis. The presentation array. Introduction. Atomistic simulation methods such as molecular dynamics and molecular statics are used more or less to study the crystalline structure at the atomic level. However, these methods focuses on tracking the trajectory of a single atom. So, the defects of the crystals cannot be detected by them. To detect the crystal defect, we use this common atomic neighborhood analysis. These methods generate data sets for a localized structure of atom and then match them with the ideal crystal structure to predict the defects. Atomistic simulations. There are basically two types of atomistic simulation methods, molecular statics, the other being the molecular dynamics. The molecular statics gives information about the crystal lattice structure in different phases under different conditions, but it doesn't take into account the dynamic situation under loading and unloading of a crystal, whereas molecular dynamics takes into account the Newton's equation of motion and provides the actual motion of atoms while computing. Desirable characteristics of a simulation method. The simulation method should be highly accurate, it should be computationally highly efficient, while the algorithm that it generates or it uses should be very simple to implement as well as understand. Now coming to CNA, CNA stands for Common Neighbor Analysis. In CNA doesn't use any spatial vector pointing from the central atom to its neighbors, rather it characterizes a neighborhood of the central atom. Two atoms are said to be nearest neighbors or bonded if they are within a specific cutoff distance, that is known as the R cut. For a FCC cell, it is generally 0.9 times that of the lattice parameter. The CNA approach generally uses a 4-digit number to distinguish between crystal structures. For FCC, it is 1421, for BCC, it is 1441 and 1661, while for HCP, it is 1422. This diagram shows the different CNA filters generated for different crystal structures, A being for FCC, B for HCP, while C and D are for BCC structures. CSP. CSP stands for centrosymmetric parameter. It uses a parameter which is given by the formula of summation Ri plus n by 2 whole square, I is equal to 1 to n by 2, where Ri and Ri plus n by 2 are the bond vectors corresponding to opposite pair of neighbors. In an undeformed crystal, this value of the parameter will come out to be 0, while at the site of atomic defects, this CSP will not be 0, it will be something positive. Algorithm for CNA. We generally start by defining a cutoff radius, which is the only parameter needed over here, considering the atoms pairwise and checking whether the distance between them is less than the R cut or not, and subsequently assigning the values of 1 or 2. 1 if it is the nearest neighbor, 2 if it is not. Next, finding out the number of common neighbors shared by those nearest neighbors and indicating that with another number. Then figuring out the number of bonds shared by those common neighbor atoms, which is the third index. The last index differentiates the crystal if all the rest indices have the same value. Algorithm for CSP. CSP makes use of the formula given in the previous slides and also in this slide. It looks out for neighbors pairwise and then measures the vectors from the central atom to these pairs of neighbors and calculates the value of the CSP. If it is coming out to be 0, then the crystal is defect free, while if it is non-zero, then the defect is present at that atomic site. Shows a distribution of CSP with equilibration time at different temperatures. Result. Figure A shows the plot generated using a CNA filter. Only the dislocations are differently colored, while Figure B shows the CSV plot. Here, in addition to the dislocation, we can also observe the stacking faults are also colored differently. There are some of the references that I have used while making the slides. Thank you.